They used to say Andrew Schulz was the one comedian who feared nothing, the loudest voice in the room, the guy who built his entire career by saying what everyone else was too scared to say. But now, it feels like the internet fears him more than he fears any stage, because the same audience that once hyped him, shared him, and worshipped him is quietly walking away. Clips that used to explode instantly now struggle. Fans who once called him a genius now say he fell off. And the most surprising part is this: nobody saw it coming. Not the fans, not the critics, and definitely not Schulz himself. For years, Andrew Schulz wasn't just a comedian, he was a movement. When Hollywood wouldn't give him a chance, he built his own platform. He dropped YouTube specials, roasted crowds fearlessly, and broke the mold. He was raw, sharp, fast, and ruthless. People loved the unpredictability. They loved that he felt real, but slowly, something started to shift. The same energy that once felt bold began feeling repetitive. Jokes followed the same pattern, the same shouting, the same pacing, the same formula. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't evolving. And when your entire brand depends on staying ahead of the culture, falling behind hits harder than anything. Fans didn't abandon him overnight. They drifted. One video at a time, one clip that didn't hit, one joke that didn't land. And online, drifting is worse than hating, because drifting means people stop caring. The warning signs were there, comment sections changing tone, viewers saying the spark was gone, and engagement dropping slowly but consistently. But Schulz kept pushing with the same approach, hoping the old formula would still work. It didn't. The internet had moved on. Then came the smaller controversies. Nothing huge, nothing career-ending, just little moments that stacked up. Jokes people called lazy, podcast conversations that felt too defensive, and interviews where Schulz sounded more frustrated than funny. For a comedian built on confidence, any sign of strain becomes magnified. Suddenly, people began saying he wasn't as sharp, that he talked more than he listened, that he reacted instead of creating. Meanwhile, younger comedians were blowing up on TikTok with new styles, new formats, and new humor. Schulz wasn't irrelevant, but he wasn't leading anymore. The biggest problem wasn't the internet, it was the shift inside his own fan base. Early Schulz felt hungry, rebellious, like someone fighting his way into the industry. But success changes the narrative. When the underdog becomes the mainstream, the audience becomes more critical, the jokes get dissected, the opinions get politicized. Every slip becomes a headline, and the same rawness that made him exciting started making him look exposed, not dangerous, but predictable. But here's the part everyone forgets. Andrew Schulz has been here before. He built his career by doing things his own way when every door was closed. A drop in views isn't a collapse. It's a signal, a shift, a moment to adapt. Because the truth is, the internet loves a comeback more than a downfall, and Schulz knows how to reinvent himself. He's done it once, he can do it again. If he leans back into experimentation, takes risks again, and steps away from the pattern that boxed him in, he could return stronger than ever. Fans don't expect perfection, they expect authenticity, and Schulz still has that. The downfall isn't the full story, it's the middle chapter. The comeback is the part everyone will be watching for.